Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So we're going to get into the state of play stuff for the community and the tipped on side of things in just a second. I am just making sure that there is nothing specifically important missing. Looks good to me. A little bit of this magic. Cool. Nice. Let's put on some background music. Sweet. Alright, let's get cracking, boys. Let's get cracking. So today, state of play, the 30th of May. You can access the slides. They're available to the public. You can use !slides in the chat for a quick link to them. It's also for anyone watching the VOD. In case they can't see the link, it's here on the first page. And to go over what this is briefly, so again, it's intended as an informal weekly, monthly session, basically to highlight events from the CNC Remastered community. This is including, of course, recent tournament updates and announcements, kind of a look at the top 10 on the leaderboard at the moment, some general commentary over the current state of the ladder, any content clip highlights from the past couple of weeks, chats with the top players if they want to get on, and then a bunch of replay reviews. In terms of replay reviews, they might be skipped this week just for time's sake, but yeah. So first up, ongoing tournament updates. There's a lot happening in the community at the moment. So the first thing is the ongoing Season 3 Plus Titans Tournament AOD's running. The finals for this should be taking place, I believe, next week between Rambo and Sai. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be games not to miss. Should be really good. There was also a one-day tournament held by Mark J. Fox. And the winners for that were DK coming in first, Danku coming in second, and AOD Gaming coming in third. It's a really good night. I think he did a really good job hosting it, and everyone enjoyed watching it. For the most part, all the organization and stuff was great, and I'm looking forward to seeing him do more tournaments. Hopefully for TD will be great to see. In terms of other tournaments that are currently in motion, so to speak, there's the Plus 100 Heroes Tournament. This is due to start on Friday the 10th of June, and it's a month-long tournament, so similar to the last tournament's organization, players can choose when to play during the month. I think each week they have a specific round to play. They have that full duration to play all games. The format of that appears to be single elimination. It's a month-long tournament, and there are alternate map picks. In addition to that tournament, there is a Tiberium Tussle. This tournament is open to all levels of play, so from beginners, medium levels to high levels. Scheduled to take place on Saturday the 5th of June, so that's I think next weekend already. We're getting spoiled for choice with all these tournaments. This one's going to be double elimination. It's a single day tournament style, and it's going to have a ban pick map style. So unlike the kind of format you may be used to, ban pick is a case where there's like 7 maps. Each player bans a map, picks a map, bans a map, picks a map. All the details again are in the links here that are on these slides that are accessible to everyone to go check out, which I highly recommend you do. Awesome. So on to the leaderboard review of Season 4. We're closely approaching the very end of the season. It's due to reset on the 1st of June, so there's basically tomorrow, Monday, it'll be the last day you have to grind up any points and make your final impact on the ladder. But as it currently stands, this is the top 10 on the leaderboard, as I've taken 2 seconds ago. So Helicopter Abuser, aka Rambo, coming in first place, Rashnagar second, Psy third, DK fourth, what I assume is Rambo fifth. I don't actually know for sure, possibly DK's alt. DK Bang GDI coming in 6th, Uncle DJ at 7th, AOD in 8th, Twizzy in 9th, and Parappa there at 10th. I do expect some shakeups within the next couple of days for this stuff. I suspect Sai might end up grinding some games on the ladder. I suspect DK will be doing a few games here and there. I don't know if AOD is going to be hopping on. DJ, usually I bump into him most days on the ladder, so I wouldn't be surprised to see his points go up or down. Twizzy I haven't seen on the TD ladder in a while. He's been playing a lot of Red Alert, so I'll be curious to see if he pops back on towards the end. And similar for Parappa, he's been kind of on and off due to busy in real life things. Now the quarantine stuff is starting to lift, which is great. So yeah, that's currently how it looks. It's exciting to see how it'll actually be in the final days. And of course, we need to check in with the Pokemon accounts and how they're currently doing. Having a quick glance through them, we've got Beedrill ranking at number 17, Weedle at number 32, got Poliwrath at 36, Alakazam at 59, and Flareon at 159. There's possibly more in there. Again, this is a cursory look over what's currently on the ladder. There's other Pokemon names that you may have come across. Some of them have renamed, some of them have dropped out to 200. So yeah, they're still out there. Beware. Yes, and of course, a quick note on the ladder: the season resets on the 1st of June. What time resets? No idea. When they initially patched the game and said there would be rolling season updates, I don't think they specified a specific time. So just be aware, at sometime on the 1st of June, the ladder is due to be reset. I would also suggest that you be cautious that there may be server issues on this day, as I think has been the case for every ladder reset. There's usually a little bit of jankiness at the time it goes live, so just be aware of that in case you're hoping to book the day off work and play a bunch of games. You never know when it's going to reset, and you never know how well it's going to reset. So yeah, something to look forward to. I'm excited to see a bunch of old faces come back for the new ladder. And shoutouts. So similarly to the past versions of these we've done, it's important for us to shout out some of the new members of the community who don't usually stream TD. A few of them I've seen this week. It's only a handful of them. I'm sure there are others not listed, but Zero Hit, Pharaoh Wizard, Mark J. Fox, and Dynamic have all been streaming some TD. The links on here are to their videos where you'll be able to access the VODs from their TD streams, if they have VODs. I think they all do, so you should be able to access it in there. Especially big shout out to Mark J. Fox. He was able to host that tournament last night, so you can watch all of the games that took place from a observer's perspective there. I highly recommend you check that out. He did a great job. He was co-hosting with Pharaoh, so it's definitely a good bit of entertainment. And of course, again, shout outs to the regular community members pumping up the content. I know Gaza's been doing a bunch, and B-Loser Packs, so shout outs to those. DK and Rambo have been doing little bits here and there when they can. I've done the Fun Day Monday stuff a little bit too. It's been a bit quieter the last couple of weeks, but I think it's natural due to the wind down the season and a bunch of in real life stuff that everyone's dealing with at the moment. So content of the week, there are a couple of bits and pieces I just threw in here. There's some good VODs from JL Gaza and Bluzer's streams that you may not have seen, where they're actually playing Injustice games with some of the high level players. Some of them feature, I think, Uncle DJ, AOD, myself, DK, and a couple others, so be sure to check those out. And also I spotted that SF Hobbit was streaming Tiberian Dawn again, and I believe he's planning to try and get back into it. So big props to him. Be sure to check out his returning VOD and seeing all the challenges he has now left to face. It should be an interesting one to watch for you. And then again, of course, you can go check out the usual suspects for their Twitch content. Clips of the week. So there's 3 clips here. I guess we'll have a look through. And I'm going to stop the music. I'm going to turn up the audio so you can actually hear it. First one up from B Loser, Rambo is a dog. I wholeheartedly agree.
Rambo is a dog. Rambo is a dog. Rambo is a...
That's it. Perfect. Say no more. Absolute perfection. Love it. Next up, JL Gaza, Burn Baby Burn.
What the fuck?
Once more.
What the fuck?
That's just unlucky. And then one clip from Black Templar Gaming, we all refer to as one of the Pokemon of the game.
That's hilarious. King Bing coming out with the amazing way to let our Smoozer deal with the Clefairy. It's perfect. We got a Pikachu and a Clefairy.
This is well
I
timed.
wrote it better myself. Perfect.
Well timed. It's cool to see that like members of the community are streaming various games at the moment alongside CNC. It's always cool to see that kind of thing. So yeah, those are the clips of the week. There are probably others out there that I don't have to hand, but that's what's available. And that brings us to some cool stuff to check out. So Fair Wizards got a 12-hour stream planned for the 1st of June. I believe he suggested something during Mark J. Fox's tourney about a possible belt being up for grabs. So be sure to tune into that 12-hour stream. Should be a lot of fun. Mark was alluding to his own game show that's taking place on the 12th of June. He's welcoming TD and ORI players to go forward for that, so be sure to drop him a message if you're interested in participating. Of course, there's the work in progress update from Critical Meds. There's a new version of Split Ends Up, V3. This has fixed some of the additional sight that one of the players in the map potentially had, and it's removed some civilian structures and added better pathing and a whole bunch of stuff. It was some of the players in the tournament last night used it, so you can check out some recent games played on it there for inspiration if you need it. Of course, as always, AOD Gaming, keep an eye on there for more tournament announcements. There's already so much up in the air. Hopefully it's been more condensed in here just so there's a clear overview for everyone, but that's traditionally where all the advertisements are. Worth noting as well, the Odessa Tournament that was supposed to be happening has been cancelled, I believe, as in he has not rehosted it for the second, third or fourth time. So he was advised to forward the money on to a member of the community. He has not done so yet, so I don't know what the situation is there. We'll see how that goes. In addition to that, the Fun Day Monday stuff that's been on my Twitch, I've actually exported to YouTube, so if you miss it and you're curious about how it goes, you can easily access it there. It's also on Twitch VODs or anything else. And similar with the special stream I had done for the Tiberian Dawn multiplayer masterclass, basically runs through all the current active ladder maps. The thinking behind the majority of builds I would do on them as GDI, as well as some basic GDI v GDI and GDI v Nod builds and counter builds, and should give newcomers, the people who've played the game for a while, good insight in terms of areas that you can improve in, and also some basic stuff like how to review your replays and look at them critically and be able to improve your play from them. And of course there's a bunch of community YouTube channels you should definitely check out as well. Pax Blueser, myself, and AOD Gaming, and I'm sure there are others. If you're missing from the list, by all means give me a shout and I can be sure to include you next time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, So as always, if there's any content that you want to have shared here, any good clips or any of that good stuff, just feel free to ping me on Discord. I can chuck them in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Normally I'd go through the replays of the Pokemon, but as far as I could see, they haven't been very active lately, so it seems redundant to watch previously seen replays. If there is any specific replays people in chat would like me to look at, I can look at one or two. But if not, that's going to be the end of State of Play. Alright, thanks guys. It's been fun. We'll drop someone a raid if someone's streaming TD. I streamed a bunch of it this morning alongside RA, so you can check out that VOD too. I'm sure it's a good laugh. But yeah, we'll see who's streaming and drop someone a raid. But yeah, thanks for dropping by guys. It's fun as always. Peace out.
Hey Danny, thank you for the raid. I versed you earlier on Red Alert, didn't I? How you doing? Yeah, you completely wrecked me each game we had. Well played. You didn't realize that was me until after? Yeah. Oh, thanks Wendy for doing the shout out. Hey AOD, how you doing? Welcome in.